Okay, huge win by the Detroit Lions. A win that somewhat unexpected. We had a lot of injuries, didn't know what was going to happen. The next thing you know, we dominate again for the second week in a row. By the first half, the game is over. And it's kind of weird because you don't know what to kind of do with the rest of the game. You're watching obviously, and you're like, but there's not really any drama. It's so crazy. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments as we go live here for the post game. Got a couple of things for you. So let's start with winners and losers from this game. Winners for me. First winner is just our overall culture is just crazy. We've got injuries all over the place. Guys are questionable, banged up, and we just continue to come out, execute at a high level. Jared Goff, the culture is there, the depth is there, the GM puts us in a great position with good quality backups. It's crazy. I did a video a few days ago talking about how a little concerned about this just because Amon-Ra St. Brown's out, Gibbs was out, Branch is out. Add that to, Vitai's out. CJ Gardner-Johnson's out. All this stuff's going on. But at the end of the day, we have the culture. We have the ability to just steamroll these last two opponents who, inferior opponents, right? So, but inferior opponents, how many times would come into Ford Field and beat us? I mean, right? Like just, hey, we should win this one. And they're not even close. Last 2 weeks, not even close games. Incredible. That's the first thing, just the overall culture and the depth. The other thing is that the other winner is Jared Goff. If we have Jared Goff healthy, we are in great shape and can do a lot of different things. Jared Goff, you saw it here today where he's poised in the pocket, great player, great throws. Man, it's just like, let's go. Another winner, Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, it just doesn't look like a rookie. Looks like a great player immediately. The second he stepped on the field, strong hands, inline blocker. So it's like you don't know. It could be a run, it could be a pass. It's crazy. Jared Goff, 71% completion percentage, 3 TDs, in control, took a couple sacks, and that's how you know he's playing such a high level. Is when he gets sacked, it's like, whoa, just jumps out at you. The dude is playing so well. I love everything that Jared Goff's doing and Sam Laporta. That combination is incredible. Great play on the offense and defensive lines. I mean, when your offensive line's playing like that, it's incredible. We're going to do a couple breakdowns of the Lions offensive line because it was so good. But you see Ben Johnson. I mean, he's my next winner. Ben Johnson, look at what he does. First, he installs this week that pitch. It's a pitch, but it's designed to be a straight line run. You see a pitch as a defense, you start running out, but it's a straight line run play. Then he uses that to actually then pitch it and go wide. Beautiful. Then he uses the pitch to be a fake end around reverse, pitch it back to Goff, trick play right when we had to have it, or right when we just the dagger. That was the game basically in the first half. All really good stuff. And it's like crazy. I just keep going here. So those are my winners. Is the culture, Jared Goff, Sam Laporta, Ben Johnson. Let me know in the comments some of your winners from this game and this performance. But Ben Johnson, the guy is dialed in. We're always going to have a good game plan. We're always going to be innovative. It's just so nice and refreshing to see that. Then you've got a quarterback in Jared Goff who, when we got him, they mentioned this on the broadcast. He's 4 or 5 years in or whatever he was. I can't remember. But he was a young quarterback. We got him when he was like 26, 27 or whatever. He's 28. He's still in his 20s. Like, this guy's a great player. Lucky to have Jared Goff. And, I mean, we just look so good. So, a couple losers real quick. This is a little bit of a stretch, but just hear me out. Like, CJ Gardner-Johnson's like kind of losing in this because he goes out and it's like, oh, crap. Our defense, CJ Gardner-Johnson's supposed to be all this stuff. we're just showing that, like, man, we can plug and play guys. Our defense is locked and loaded. So some of these injured guys that we thought, oh boy, it just really shows defense is so good. I love it. And then James Mitchell, remember we got him like in the 5th round from Virginia Tech. He hurt his ACL, so we would have went sooner, but we take him. Dude's probably never gonna see the field again. Sam Laporte is that good. The other guy, Brock Wright's so good too. So again, a couple of stretches. Just I'm looking for anything on the losers of this one, but it's crazy. All right, so let's hear from you guys in the comments here. This was just crazy. Oh my gosh. Sam Laporta, aka Sammy the Door, aka Sammy Two Tuds. Yes. Oh my gosh. We are a dominant team. Please don't take this for granted. I said this before. Remember in the old days, first you had the 90s, which was Barry Sanders. He's run all over. We don't even know any better. It's just like the greatest period ever in Lions football. Then he retires. We go to the Matt Millen era. Terrible. 10 years of terrible. Then you get this Matt Stafford era, which was, he was a phenom and he allowed us to be in games we shouldn't have been, win games that we probably shouldn't have. So every game was just drama filled. Either we lost in crushing fashion because we really weren't good enough anyway, and so one bad call would just kill us, or he would win and just, we'd win in the last second on a come from behind victory, Stafford to Kelvin. It was never real wins in football, and it was always so chaotic and stressful. This last 2 weeks has just been like games over at halftime. Like, what in the world? So don't take this for granted. Jerry Jacobs, he's really stepped up from that Seattle game when we were all just like done with him. Like, it's like, Jacobs, dude, you suck. It's like, no, he's a good player. And I don't want that. Another one, Montgomery continues to play well. Hard runner, strong. We said this when we picked him up and replaced Jamal Williams. It's like, this dude can have power and he makes people miss. Jamal Williams ran straight, had a really good line block in front of him. I love it. Everybody literally did their job. It's so, again, don't take this for granted. That's all I can say. Do not take this for granted. It's crazy how well everybody played in this game. And it's hard to see it with your eyes. And again, we had the 90s with Barry Sanders, the 2000s Matt Millen, the 2010s with Stafford, and we were just in this up and down, or we're not. We are a football team, a professional football team that is just killing people right now. Yeah, how about JMO? Okay, let's talk Jameson Williams for a second. JMO, let's go. Okay, I wanted to see a couple things from him. I wanted to see, I'm just making a note here. I wanted to see his attitude, just general attitude. Dude, it's the first time you've really played in freaking a year and a half. Is he moping? Does he want the ball? Is he frustrated? Is he blocking? Is he going to get the ball a little bit? And hey, this is his first game. Love it, man. He was blocking. His attitude was good. He had a few good blocks. Jameson Williams is going to be a good player. It's his first game. I mean, so he dropped one. What did he drop? One, maybe two. Maybe I know for sure he dropped that one, but he was going to get killed if he caught it. So it's like, whatever. Come on. So Jameson Williams is a player that we can count on. I think we're going to be able to count on. And I think this was perfect. We get him in. We don't have to use him. I mean, because Josh Reynolds, by the way, great, huge. He's going to be like that Josh Reynolds where we hopefully we can count on him, can get something going there. So I love to see that JMO's blocking well. He's doing the things that Dan Campbell said. I don't care about the explosive plays. I don't care about the big plays. I want to see you be a dependable, tough, blocking receiver. And I saw that today. And I saw a good attitude running up and down the field. Let's go. So block this week, rock next week. That's right. And I think it's only going to grow. He'll be totally fine. Let's get St. Brown back. Let's get our guys back. Man, we are not healthy, and we are killing people in the first half. The game is over in the first half. So good question here. as we talk about Jameson Williams and then getting guys back, don't know what happened with Mosley. Seems like guys are really upset there. We'll keep looking at that, but if anybody knows, let me know. But Mosley, come on. What the heck, man? JMO, 1 drop, 2 catches, great blocking. Yep. So if you would have showed me that at the beginning of the game and said, what's going to happen with Jameson, I would have been like, 2 catches, 1, but it just felt different out there. You guys saw it. We're running the ball. We didn't need to throw it to him. We didn't need to throw it deep. We didn't need explosives. We didn't need that stuff. We said, Jameson Williams, let's go. Have a good attitude and block well. Like, please. And he had a good attitude. And so that's literally what I was looking for. I think he's going to be absolutely fine and love it. Aiden Hutchinson. Oh my goodness. Incredible interception. He did not see that guy, and that guy could have broke his leg, and it kind of looked like it. So he wasn't the same after that. I mean, you take just a shot right to your thigh, bruised up. Man, that was a major hit. But I think he's fine. Obviously, he played the rest of the game, but geez, you don't know anymore with these guys. Just the way it goes. I think the adrenaline, they're able to finish out the game a lot of times, and then they show up on the injury report, a few days later. So keep just an eye on that, and because he did not look the same. Again, he finished out the game, which I always thought was like, if you finish out the game, let's go, you're great. But I don't know if he is or not. Gridiron Heights episode 1 at the end really got the Lions right. I missed that. I've been looking for those. I used to watch those all the time, but I haven't seen it. So here's the thing about the Lions. Jameson Williams, good. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming back. Jahmyr Gibbs only figuring things out, right? He's only going to get better. Jameson's going to get better. Sam Laporte, a stud. Like, just book it, stud. He's already better than Hockenson. Like, already. 5 games into his career, I would take him over Hockenson all day long. And look at the difference in franchises right there, right? 2 Iowa tight ends. Okay, a couple similar Iowa tight ends that can both catch. No. Brad Holmes sees it. So much clearer, easier. He's bigger. He's faster. He's stronger. He's got softer hands. And Hockenson is not as good, and yet got this huge contract. Beautiful. Tie up Hockenson, Vikings, in your contract. Hockenson, what is it with Hockenson? He always just looks like he gets crushed. He's always getting crushed out there. And it's like, dude, where's your like awareness, spatial awareness, or like moves or something? I just don't. I love what we got there. So offensively, offensive line is elite. Absolutely elite. I love what we're doing. You notice what we've done is we do this kind of stretch run play out to the left with Jonah Jackson, Ragnow, and Taylor Decker on that left side, because Graham Glasgow is not good. Unfortunately, Michigan guy, I love him, but he's not good. So we're going to the left, and we're just running it so effectively. Combine that with Ben Johnson, everything he can do. We're super banged up, and we're super comfortable out there. Everybody trusts everyone. I know. It's crazy. We're super banged up, and yet we're just still running around dominating. Like, what in the world is happening? I am just at a loss, because there's so many things that I loved from this game. I thought one of the things was get out to a great start. The interception was huge. Both interceptions. And once we got ahead in the turnover battle, it's like game over. Game over at halftime. It's crazy. Top 3 O-line, 100%. Jared Goff it's so crazy, right? I mean, we all know what happened. And when he got shipped out of LA, it was like, all right, this guy's maxed out. There's nothing else he can do. We're going to move on from him. That's what LA sent the message. That was the message that they sent. So we didn't know any better. It's not like we had him in our franchise to know. It's just like, it does seem like LA thinks you have completely maxed out all your potential. So they're going to move on to Stafford, who can take us further. But what they did was they traded us a guy that was just only getting better and better, and combine that with Ben Johnson. The next thing you know, off and running. So it's crazy. It's crazy that he's so good. Craig Reynolds with a TD. Love to see that. You see everybody was happy for him. Yeah, this is a good way to put it. We get the win, and a lot of guys get rest. So that's the huge thing, is if you can keep winning cures all. If you can keep winning, then guys that were injured, it's just you buy yourself another week to get those guys back as well. So I don't know. This is just crazy. The more I look at it and think about what I'm seeing out there, it's harder and harder to believe. So it's the system and mindset the coach creates. A lot of our players could have played, but we knew we would win this game. I think that's true too. I think there's a couple guys that like, look, you're not dying to go. It's like, hey, everybody's good. We're going to make it. Let's keep on rolling. So the Detroit Lions are now 4-1. Let's take a look at the rest of the standings in the NFC North after today. So the Packers play on Monday night. They're the closest to us. Vikings they're playing right now against Kansas City. Beautiful. So it's 0-0, but it's first and goal at the 4 for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're about to punch the ball in. So you've got the Vikings are they're going to lose today, hopefully. You got the Bears. Who do the Bears play? Bears. The Bears. Oh yeah, they played the Commanders Thursday or whatever. Bears suck. So Bears won. Packers are playing a huge game Monday night against like Oakland. Like, who gives a crap about them, right? But Oakland could, or Vegas. Vegas could beat them, and that would just be brutal. So I love it. Let's talk about. So we could have a 2-game advantage, really 3, because we beat the Packers. Let's talk about the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are not great. So it's like, let's go. Like, let's freaking go. Let's beat these guys. So they're on a bye right now. The Buccaneers have a bye, and then they play us, and we have to go to Tampa. So, man, when the Lions used to go on the road, let's do that. Let's preview the Buccaneers game. When the Lions used to go on the road, it was just like, I don't know. I have no idea. It doesn't matter who we were playing. Doesn't matter what was going to happen. We were just probably going to lose. Right. This is kind of the Matt Millen era. But then we get in the Stafford era. We got a little chance. But now it's like we go to Arrowhead, win. Go to Green Bay, win. This team's not afraid of that stuff and not overwhelmed by it. Everything is there, and it's just like, let's go. Lions play harder on the road, maybe. I think that's what I agree. Sean. I don't want to take away this Tampa Bay game. It will be tough. Anytime you go on the road, Tampa's like no pushover, and they're playing for everything. This is an NFC game. Like, this is a big game. This is an absolute big game, but I can't wait to see us win. Like, yeah, seriously. And let's take a look at the Lions schedule, and you're gonna see. I mean, it's like, I don't want to get crazy here, but let's kind of get a little crazy at this schedule. Let's pull it up. All right, coming up here. Okay. These next 3 games, super interesting. So we lose to Seattle, obviously, in overtime. And then we said Atlanta and Green Bay and Carolina, really. But the next 2, the Atlanta, Green Bay, is where we really wanted to see, like, all right, what do we got? What are we? Because I don't know. We beat Kansas City. They dropped the ball a few times, I guess. Like, are we that good? Are we not? What do we do? Dominate Atlanta from start to finish. Go to Green Bay. All right. Road game, short week. I don't know. Dominate Green Bay. Game's over at halftime. Carolina, game's over at halftime. So it's like, okay. Okay. So now we go to Tampa Bay, 4:30 start. Love that. And then to Baltimore. So you start looking at these next 2 games, and I think the Tampa Bay game is going to be tough. Baltimore is going to be tough, but Baltimore can't seem to move the ball. They're not scoring a lot. So it's like, all right, sweet. So these next 3 games are all winnable. And I mean, listen to me now. All of a sudden the Lions, it's like, what the heck? These next 3 games are all winnable, and there's nothing on this schedule that scares me right as we continue. So we get a bye week. That'll be huge. Everybody gets healthy, and then we go out to LA, and that'll be an awesome game. Fun to watch out in LA. Good for everybody to get out there. who knows, right? That's a game. That's gonna be a game. But then you look at Chicago at home. Are you kidding me? Green Bay Thanksgiving, like let's go. We don't lose to Green Bay. New Orleans, fine. Chicago again, Denver. I mean, look at this stretch right here of Chicago, Green Bay. I mean, that's if you go 4-1 right there, 3-2, which we won't. I mean, we are playing at such a high level, and then you've got this Minnesota, Dallas, Minnesota thing. But the beautiful thing is, I mean, we could literally have the division wrapped up by then. I mean, I know, right? Listen to me. I'm the first to be like, look, don't take this for granted. And we can't take this for granted. We got a long way to go. But I would love to get to a point where Minnesota's not in it at this point. And then you're playing Dallas on Sunday night. Life's good. That got flexed in there. So this is great. The opportunity to have Chicago twice and Denver on the schedule. That's 3 very manageable games that are just baked into the schedule. So, I mean, come on. We're already 4-1, and then you've got those 3 games. That's 7 wins without even really getting too crazy. So, I love it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This was an incredible win. More to come on this. Just initial reaction is more shock of anything. Not that we won, but in the way that we won. Thought this was just going to be a tough game for us and that we would come out victorious, but it was going to be a tough game. Instead, it's over by halftime for the 2nd week in a row, and really 3rd week in a row of complete domination, both by the defense and offense, because the second half of the last 2 games, it's really hard to evaluate what you're really looking at, right? I mean, the game's over. And so this has been awesome. Love it. Craig and I'll be back with more and more videos as we continue to march on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Tampa Bay, 4:30 start. Oh man, this is going to be great. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we will see all of you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out in the live. We'll be back next week post game as well. Hang out and checking out this team, because this is fun. Do not take this for granted. Sean, I know. I don't want to be like that, because it's like 50. That's an elite team if you win 15 NFL games. I mean, come on. But I'm looking at realistically 13 wins. I was about to get out of here. Sean got me all excited. Let's just, just play kind of mini devil's advocate. Even like some of the mini game, the even somewhat close games, I'll say we lose, right? So Tampa lose, Baltimore lose. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Vegas win, Chargers lose, Chicago win, Green Bay win, New Orleans win, Chicago win, Denver win, and then Minnesota lose, at Dallas lose, and then we win at home. So that's 5 more losses that I'm trying to find. That would be 6 losses. So that'd be 11-6. I'm trying to find losses, and I can only find a total of 6 losses. So 11-6. That should win the division. Home playoff game. Let's go. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see all of you guys on the next one.